All right. Welcome to an emergency green room episode. Welcome to SDS Extra. Welcome to SDS with something which no one expected. I've got 3 happy faces. I've got Lias finally in the country. Welcome, man. Welcome, man.
Back, man. It's good
I've got back. Abs. I've never seen Abs smile that much. Wallahi, please, bro.
Bro, I'm so happy. More than you believe.
And today we don't have Jamal. We have Saeed in the building.
Come on. We're here, man. We're here. Thank you for having me, man. And let's just say, I'm glad. I'm glad to be here.
You don't know. I cut my holidays short, bro. When I heard that he might be getting fired, I said, let me put all my business to the side. Said bye to my family. Booked the first flight to Heathrow. I'm here, man.
Guys,
come on, man. We're here, man. But listen, man, we have got a lot to talk about, man, because, a certain someone isn't here anymore. Let's just say that.
Liban. What happened to Liban, man?
Boy.
Hey, Liban Hussein has been writing everything, wallahi, recently. But listen,
oh my God.
Hey, you guys, I'm going to be real. This is, of course, a happiness for all of you guys. I want, the stage is all of you guys. I want, who wants to start first? Who wants to release everything inside of them? Pause. Just go on. Release it.
That's a pause.
Tell me.
Oh, this guy is mad.
Tell me. Go on. Who wants to start? You know what? Let's start.
End of the day,
Let's start with Saeed. Go on, Saeed.
Yeah. Listen, it's the worst performing manager since World War II. You know what I mean? It's the worst performing manager in my lifetime. You know, let's just put it right there. A manager who came in with a lot of promise, Montclair. We were all doing the clothes watch and that. You know what I mean? The training videos. Well, I even went to Old Trafford and did a speech. Yeah, the video's out there. You know, and I tried to galvanize. I thought this guy could be something, man. You know what I mean? Young, hungry, maybe dynamic. I thought this might be the guy. But this has gone horribly wrong, man. Absolutely horribly wrong. I mean, we almost kind of forgot how he started, you know what I mean? And the way he was kind of moving in December and the result. Amad Diallo was saving him against Southampton. I was like, yo, what's going on here, guys? There's a few warning signs. And then what happened was, we started to just almost say, it's okay to lose, guys. You know, but we got Europa League. It's okay to lose. And them losses became loss after loss to the point now where, you know, there wasn't even back-to-back games. We weren't even winning back-to-back games. It was 1 win, 2 losses. And it just became frequent. There was a few days out there that maybe Man City away. There's a few results where, you know, you thought to yourself, you know what? Maybe he does have something here. Maybe there's a character behind this. And we've got to maybe trust the process, as they say. But it just was so bad, bro. And then it kind of led on to the Europa League final. So I said to myself, because there was a pressure. A lot of people onto me saying, yo, man, why are you not hammering out yet? I said, no, let me get to the Europa League final and let me dissect that. I went to Bilbao. I went to Switzerland, Barcelona, 6-hour drive to Bilbao.
You're an ass for that, by the way. You're an ass for that.
I know. But because it was crazy, by the way. There's a whole story behind that for another day. Then I said to myself, you know what, man? If we win the Europa League final, it'll be all worth it, you know, because we're in the Champions League. It's all good, man. Forget the Premier League season, man. Premier League hype. Brother, that was an embarrassing final. Not only for the neutral. I feel sorry for the neutrals, because that was a horrible final for the neutrals. But he then persisted with the back 5. We lost to Tottenham and gave their first trophy in nearly 20 years. He disrespected us in that final, bro, and didn't go for it. That, for me, was a final straw. I said, for me, enough is enough. What did Ineos do? And by the way, we will talk about Ineos. Ineos do, they gave him a new, they didn't give him a new contract. Thank God they didn't. But they allowed him to continue. They said, this is a project. Started talking about Arsenal. Started talking about how, you know, Arsenal have done it, you know, with Arteta. Can we do similar? I've seen all these interviews. I said, whoa, what's going on here? But I just knew this guy could not, like, he just couldn't. This guy was just born to be not going to survive here, basically. And I just looked at myself and thought, I'm not buying into this. Every single result was like, I'm not buying into this. Even though there was a lot of people behind us saying, you know what, but look what he's done here. We've won Liverpool. We've won back-to-back games. We won 3 in a row. I said, this does not work. This whole system, this whole formation, it doesn't work. And for me, this guy sacked, for me, far too late. It's a joke. Far too late to sack him. But then again, the season could still be salvaged. It's madness. Wrong timing, but he had to go. Simple
Bro,
as that.
you guys are 2 points behind top 4, bro. Like as crazy as your season has been.
And how many
you guys
behind
are
14th? And how many behind 14th?
Or
Yeah, I
Four.
know, 4.
So there you go. Then.
Elias,
go ahead. Yeah.
chat to me, bro. How do you feel right now, man? From a scale to 1 to 10.
Honestly, I felt better when Tanai got fired. That was a good one.
Wow.
That one right there hit. That was the one for me. Was like I really got sick and tired of Tanag. With Amorim, you know what it is? It just feels like a little too late, to be honest, for me, man. Honestly, I know there's a lot of the season left to the go. It is still salvageable. Top 4 is up for grabs. I think this is a really weak season when you look at the teams around there. Chelsea have 1 win in 7, and they've still managed to stay ahead of us. Liverpool, I think, are unbeaten 9, but have like 3 wins in that period. But it is salvageable. But yeah, with Amorim, I don't know, man. I'm actually surprised he got sacked. And well, I'm not surprised because of the quotes that got him sacked, but I honestly feel if he didn't speak, they probably would have kept him on to the end of the season.
Yeah.
This guy got me really disillusioned. I was a little different to Saeed and Abs, who I think both probably lost hope quicker than I did. I actually gave this guy so much grace last season. The whole year, I said, I don't care where we finish, blah, blah, blah. Let's get him to the summer. Let's get him some signing. Let's see how he starts the season. I was and I went to Bilbao as well, too. I probably did a worse trip than Saeed did, right?
You're an ass as well, then.
No, I'm an even bigger ass than he is, bro. I'm the biggest one. Even despite that, I still kind of remained firm that, okay, let's give him a window. Let's give him some more time on the training pitch to kind of work on the system. Let's see what he can do. So for all the people who will come out and say, yes, is negative, yes, hates managers, I gave this guy more time than he honestly deserved.
Too much that I wanted you to even be more. I remember on the emergency meeting, I wanted you to be more.
Cam was telling me way earlier. I was actually very like, okay, I need to see more, right? Because honestly, I didn't really rate the squad that much. My turning point was Grimsby, right? We had that call-in segment, Faisal, me and you after the Grimsby result. You saw my face, bro. I was furious. That for me was the final straw. And despite there being moments this season, he went on a 3-game winning run, which the fact that we went crazy about that just shows you how much of a shit show this has been, right? 3 wins in a row, all of a sudden makes us think that we're back on top of the world. So there's been some highs. Beating Liverpool away is always good, no matter who the manager is. But honestly, it's the worst style of football I have ever seen at Man United in my time watching it. So that's even worse for me than the results. The results have been poor already, but the style is that of a Sunday League team. Honestly, what we saw the other day is a great Sunday League game between United and Leeds. We play horrible football. The results aren't good enough to describe it. And the worst part about him is he just chats so much shit, bro. I've never seen someone just chat nonsense like Amorim. So for me, I'm not even like that over the moon because I feel like it should have happened a while ago, but we take what we can get. Better late than never.
Nah, hear it. Abs. I'm gonna be real. I'll give you credit. Yeah, you were there early, fam. You were there early about Ruben. When for you was a turning point?
You know, if Ten Hag was Leas' sacking, Amorim most certainly is mine, and I'm so happy about it. I feel vindicated a little bit. When was the first couple of signs? There was before I went crazy after the Europa League final. I'm still not proud of how I came across there. That was a bit of a crazy emergency meeting after the Europa League final. But a lot of it was just got to do with the emotions of really feeling like this guy is not the real, he's not going to take us forward, and he shouldn't even be given the chance or the opportunity after a crime as big as giving Tottenham not just a trophy, a European trophy, was committed right in front of our eyes. For me, listen, I'm just happy he's gone, right? I do agree with Leas. I think it was too late. I know we were speaking about this off camera here. He was sacked for the wrong reason. In my opinion, Ineos didn't care about his results. They didn't care about the horrible performances we were seeing. They cared about him speaking out against them. And that's why I'm sure we'll get on to them about why there must be changes outside of just Amorim being changed. But without a doubt, the worst manager I've ever had the misfortune of, I've had the misfortune of supporting and having to support. Because at the beginning I did, like I would do with all managers. You guys have known me for years now. I'm more inclined to back a manager. It's in my essence to try and back a manager for something to go well at Manchester United. Ruben Amorim, he lost that faith quicker than I've ever experienced before. And it was due to his arrogance. It was due to the fact that I'm actually a fan that, I indulge in press conferences. I listen to managers' press conferences because I want to be sold the project. I want to believe something. And I feel as though you can actually get tangible data of what they actually believe. Especially now we're in the modern day, managers reveal probably a bit too much in press conferences than they probably should. But I stopped listening to Amorim press conferences a while ago. Why? Because he is a really, really good speaker. And that's a very, very dangerous thing to be, especially when you are an absolute shite coach. Like, it can be a really bad combination of being bad at your job, but really good at convincing people that you're good at your job. And he's a master at that. He's manipulated a huge portion of this fan base. And it's been a war of attrition for the last couple of months. And I'm happy to say he's gone. And I'm happy to say we've won on that side of things. But the question is, and I'm sure we'll segue on to it now, at what cost? Because these people who brought him in deserve to lose their jobs, not just as much as Amorim, arguably more than him. Because for them to allow him to stay for as long as they've done is gross negligence. It's the only way to describe it. It's gross negligence from the ownership perspective. And they should lose their jobs too. And I hate having to call for it. I don't want to have to be calling people to lose their jobs, but it's poor.
Nah, some people just have to go, man. Some people have to go, man. Yeah, Faisal, remember the expression I used when we did the call-in show about what Amorim did to this fan base? And my guy, I can't remember who it was. He took it very personally when I said it. I'll say it in kinder terms, but I stand by it. Ruben Amorim neutered the fan base.
Oh, 100%.
Ruben Amorim neutered the Man United fan base. I have never seen what has gone on under Amorim at any elite club ever. Like, it became acceptable under Ruben Amorim to draw or lose or perform badly against the worst teams in the league. You look at the last 7 or 8 games that United have been on in this run where we're unbeaten or whatever. How many losses in? I think it's 11 games. We've played the bottom 6, right? Everton lost at home to 10 men. Bournemouth winless in 11. They drew 4-4 to us. Nottingham Forest 17th in the league. Drew away to there. Wolves on course to be the worst team in Premier League history. Draw at Old Trafford. There's another one as well too. Leeds, West Ham. Like, Burnley are the only team, and we play them next. Like, and this is this season. Last year we went 8 games without a win in the Premier League at one point. People keep saying, "Oh, he threw away the season." He threw away the season because it got so bad under him that it was effectively unsalvageable. That's why we threw away the season. He didn't throw away the season because we have a chance of doing something. He threw away the season because it got so bad under him that we had no hope of doing anything. And Europa League became the only hope, right? So I've never seen under a manager before bad results just become so normalized. You go into games not expecting to even win or compete. You come out of it playing the worst football you'll see, not winning the game. And I'm hearing people say, in hindsight, with context, it's not the worst result. We had injuries in this game. We had a caddy player.
Well, that is so true, man.
Honestly, and it's like Men in Black, bro. It's like Men in Black. You guys ever watched Men in Black? Where they use the pen on you and they zap your memory, and you're like, you completely forget everything. That's how I feel watching some of these games, bro. I watched us pump the ball up 50 times a game to our striker, like we're 2010 Stoke City, right? Long balls to Cameron Jerome, Kenwyn Jones. I watched the worst brand of football I've seen. I watch us fail to break down opposition teams that belong in the championship. And then I go on Twitter and I got people saying, though, last season we probably would have lost that game.
Yeah, that's the one, man.
What's going on here, bro? What?
Yeah. Now, I can't lie. I'm a neutral looking in. I don't believe how long it took you guys to sack him. Like, for me, like the Man United as the biggest club, and you guys, as bad as it is, you guys are still the biggest club in England, of course, one of the biggest clubs in the world. The fact that it took you guys 14 months to sack him is kind of crazy as it is. The thing is, before we head on to Ineos, I just want to ask all of you guys one question. I know some of you guys might have different answers. What is the worst moment for Ruben? But if you take away 2 moments, if you take away the Europa League final and the Grimsby result, what I want for you is the worst moment.
I mean, it's got to be Everton for me. I can't lie to you. I think Everton at home, losing to 10 men, barring them 2. Yeah, I think Everton for me.
I think Wolves was really bad, man. Like, especially like Wolves at home. The worst moment for me in that game is when we're drawing 1-1 at home to Wolves, and you're looking at the bench who can come on and make an impact. And you brought on Lenny Yoro. For me, that moment right there, I was like, this guy is genuinely so far out of his depth. And again, I go back to the fan base. People will justify this shit. People will find reasons. Like, you don't understand. Like, our center backs, they get tired because they cover more ground. So we need to interchange them more. So
good one.
Can they live with him?
Like, okay. When you put it like that,
No, but Leah's though. Can they live with him, please? Well, I'm being serious, you know. I'm in here that I've
name and shame. Name and shame, Saeed.
They need to live with him because for me, it's that I don't want that mentality within our fan base that but we're victim, like bro, we're not.
Here's the thing, Saeed. Here's the thing, Saeed. I don't have a problem with a difference of opinion. If somebody wants to tell me that they believe Amorim has a project, I don't agree with you. It's a game of opinions, right? I don't agree with you, but I don't hold that against you. You're entitled to your opinion, just like some people will think I'm talking shit. The thing that really pisses me off are the people that will call you crazy for pretending like for acting like this isn't okay. Like you're wrong to pretend that a game against Wolves is a bad result. Like you're a negative fan for not accepting that we can't beat Leeds away. That's what really annoys me. When you start gaslighting me into thinking that this is okay, this is where I have a problem now. I'm not a bad fan for getting sick and tired of watching my team play shit football against the worst teams in the league. Don't throw that at me. That's where I start to have a problem. Other than that, have your opinion. If you think the next manager should be Sharky, by all means, bro, do your thing. Go make a video on it. That's what I mean.
Sharky. Yeah. But I think
take me as a manager.
Why? Listen. Anyone's better than this guy. Anyone's better than this guy.
Me as
So,
well.
what was the worst moment for you then?
For me, it was definitely the Everton game. The Everton game, just due to the fact it was the clearest amount of like coaching. Really, like he made coaching look difficult. Okay, Tiano Barry exists. He's one human. They are playing in a 2 banks of 4 with one player up front.
My God. And they got a red card.
And then you have 3 defenders and 2 midfielders surrounding one player. It's the worst bit of coaching I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that was
you have
bad.
one single striker. Big up Tiano Barry, man. Premier League professional. Big up you what you're doing with your life, brother. But you're one man. And there are 5 players surrounding him. I've never seen. In coaching, we know have a +1 in defending. They're playing a front 3. Make sure you have a 4 minimum there. But there's one human here.
When you put it like that, Abs,
I've never seen it.
Yeah, Abs, when you put it like that, that might be the worst moment because it's like the game state changed so much in favor for you so early on in the game. So early on, right? Like it's not like it happened last 10 minutes. You had 80 minutes to adapt to a shit Everton team now going 10 men away from home. And what did he do? Played the same dumb system while David Moyes schooled him from minute 1 to minute 9.
Bro, that one there, that was the moment I said, if you can't see this now, you're blind to it and you'll never see it.
You're reminding me now because I rewatched that game twice. I rewatched that game twice.
And then the audacity, and I came out to the ground, the audacity for the woman to say, enjoy the atmosphere. That's what I like.
That was
the atmosphere.
Hey, that was the parking lot. That was the parking lot.
In the parking lot, bro. So that's why for me it's the Everton game because I was already angry and then she made me more angry.
All right, cool. So that's the worst moment. But now let's reminisce about the good moments on the Ruben Amorim. What is the best moment on the Ruben Amorim? Come on, that has to be one.
Yep, today. Yep, spot on.
No game.
I mean, look, every manager in their managerial career has high moments, bro, right? Vitor Pereira beat Man United. That's a high moment for Wolves fans last season. Every coach is going to win a game here and there, right? We beat Liverpool away. That's a fantastic moment. I definitely enjoyed that. Leon, I mean, in context, Leon was actually damn near a disaster, right? It's just the euphoria of the Maguire goal. But when you actually look at how that game went down, that was almost one of the most embarrassing games in United's history. City away from home yesterday last season is a good result, but they're just results in the midst of shit. Like, right? You're trying to find flowers in a garden full of weeds. You're gonna find a few, but it's a lot of weeds, bro.
I hear it.
Faisal, Wolves beat West Ham 3-0.
Every team
is going to have these games and results that go their way. But there's no way that anyone can say they've watched this.
You know what? I got one.
Go ahead, my bro.
Getting rid of Garnacho and get into Chelsea. I think that's a good one.
Is that on him as much?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you because remember he laughed in Singapore. Where was he in pre-season when they were talking about Garnacho being in the team and he was smiling and smirking.
Singapore. Yeah.
So,
let me ask you this, Saeed. I'm not a huge fan of Garnacho. I've never been. I think he's an okay talent, but is Mateus Cunha playing any better than Garnacho was last season?
Oh man,
that's not a hey, Saeed, that's not a dig at Cunha. That's not a dig at Cunha. My point. That's not a dig at Cunha.
Was crazy.
No, but let me tell you why that's not a dig at Cunha. My point is Garnacho. You don't have to rate him or not, but Garnacho was our player. Garnacho was from our academy. Amorim is the one who effectively drove Garnacho out as well, too, right? He antagonized him.
I agree.
He's a stupid kid, right? Of course.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to be the mature manager there, right? I would
agree.
rather have Garnacho than not. I know some people might not agree with that. I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, but we effectively also forced him out of the club.
Now, Levi agrees with you.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Garnacho.
I'm not a huge fan of him, but the reality is
I'm not mad at him not being at the
club. The reason we don't like Garnacho is because he lashed out at Amorim. But in hindsight, was he that wrong to do it?
No,
he was just the latest
see, I thought originally, that's the point you were gonna make, and that I do agree with. But in general, I'm not angry that Garnacho not playing.
I agree,
yeah.
but
I'm happy he's not playing in the Man United shirt.
That's one of the good memories. He gave it to Chelsea. It's Chelsea more than anything. He's gone to Chelsea, and that's a good thing. Like he went to Chelsea. You know?
Yeah.
All right, so Ruben is gone. Who's next? Who's going next?
I think
who's going to go next? Omar Barada.
Wait,
who's next to go?
Wait, you say who goes next or who's the next manager?
No. The next manager's after that. Who goes next? Like Ruben is now gone. He's sacked. But I know for you guys, it's bigger than that. For you guys, yes.
The Man City imposter needs to go next. Omar Barada. I'm sorry, guys, man. This brother needs to go next. People can say, "Oh, but it's too soon." I've seen some. If he was at Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and these guys, by the way, they're all big clubs, and we are a big club. If they made this bad decision, this guy would be sacked, and he'd have to resign. Yeah. Why at Man United he'd be allowed to make the next appointment now? He's made what? If we look at, he says, "Oh, he wasn't part of the Ten Hag one," but he still co-signed it. He now was part of the Amorim, where apparently we were not even linked with Ruben Amorim until the end, according to the Athletic article. But the fact, you backed him and you appointed him. For me, he needs to go as well. I'm not, bro. This guy, I'm telling you right now, for the fact that he came on for the blue side, I wasn't really too keen on him anyway. I thought to myself, oh man, this is a bit dodgy, this one. But the fact, he's CEO and he's made this bad appointment alone, he should be sacked. I don't care. We have to be ruthless. But again, I don't see it happening because really and truly, Jim Ratcliffe needs these guys. Look at the way he was looking at Jason Wilcox and Omar Barada as if to say, what do you think? What do you think? Like he relies on them a lot. So, but he needs to go, man. That's a bad appointment.
I'm not gonna lie, Saeed. For me, there's too many cooks in the kitchen of guys who were they had decent roles at their old clubs, and now they've come to Man United. Jim Ratcliffe tried assembling the Avengers, and a lot of them are just getting in each other's way now. Honestly, I feel like they all have imposter syndrome, in my opinion. Honestly, like they weren't the guy at the club that they were before. They've come here, now they're trying to be the guy. Look, it's never gonna happen because unfortunately he owns it, right? But Jim Ratcliffe for me is the biggest fraud coming out of today, man. Seriously.
Wow.
Those comments a few weeks back talking about I'm not gonna the type of owner that's gonna listen to media talk about Ruben Amorim. I'm not going to listen to the media. And then talking about Arteta and then talking about Sir Alex. Have some shame. To even mention Sir Alex Ferguson in the same breath as this guy is blasphemous. Honestly, it was ridiculous then. It's ridiculous now. You look like an even bigger idiot because what? You talk about 3 years. It was about 3 weeks and he's out of a job now. Jim Ratcliffe has gotten every single thing wrong since he came to this World Cup. I have no idea. Okay, let me say this. The business side of things, I'm not a businessman. So he could be bringing us in money for all I know.
They're in charge of footballing operations anyway. We judge them on footballing operations.
100%. I'm a football guy, right? And from a footballing point of view, he has gotten more things wrong than right. The optics look terrible. The results look terrible. And I think he's the guy responsible for most of it because at the end of the day, he's cutting the checks. You can talk about Barada. Barada's replaceable. Are we confident that Ratcliffe is going to bring in a guy better than him? Are we confident that he's going to be able to bring in new people? Like every single person that comes in under Ratcliffe's reign, under his regime, is a flop from every single level.
But Lias, realistically, you're making a good point. Do you think that will happen? Do you think?
No, he's a minority owner. The biggest issue that we ever had was letting this clown into the club instead of getting some. Obviously, we don't have no control of it, but we needed a full takeover. We needed a full takeover from someone with tons of money that were willing to just come in, clear us of our debt, get these Glazers out of the club, and start from scratch. From that moment that we didn't get them, it was always going to be an uphill battle. And we lucked out having the worst possible guy. The guy was a failure in France with Nice, and he's a failure at Man United as well, too. Spare me what he's done with Ineos. I don't give a shit. That's not footballing terms. From a footballing level, he is a failure, and he's not proving me wrong at all since he's come to the club.
Oh my God, you're spitting, bro. But at the moment, but like you're dissing. By the way, you're dissing Abs wallpapers, bro. Like you can't be dissing these people.
You want to know who needs to go? Go bring up Abs' wallpaper one by one. They all need to go.
You know the funniest part of it, Elias? You know the funniest part of it? Half of them are gone already.
Yeah.
Abs, who's it? Abs, name them.
No, you know who's laughing to the bank today? Dan Ashworth.
Oh,
Dan Ashworth is laughing his ass off.
he's laughing right now.
It's meant to rise, and he did nothing. Dan Ashworth's stock just took a meteoric
And
rise.
we believed Omar Barad and them, man. We believed that day. We believed them. We said, but he didn't get along with them, so he'd rather just cut them off.
How about Dan Ashworth probably has more credit in the bank from a footballing point of view than any of
He
these
does.
guys.
He does. As a fact, he does. But listen, I'm in complete agreement with Elias. The buck stops with the man who's at the top, because as unrealistic as it might be, Faisal, you're asking us who would affect the most change in terms of being the person that gets the bullet to the head, figuratively speaking, is Jim Ratcliffe. He's the person who's also, after doing so many things that are so against the culture of Manchester United, like we talk about the amount of people that lost their jobs, the amount of people who are so long-standing servants of the club. It was supposed to be a family club. That's what we always hear about Manchester United. It's a family club. People talk about that all the time. Well, that family got cut by a quarter.
Family club of shaitans.
The first thing that Jim Ratcliffe did was do an interview with Gary Neville to help his PR. That's what he did.
Bro, crazy.
Gary Neville embarrassed him in that interview, by the way.
Yeah, he did. He did play.
At the same time, he did, and I commend him for that. But every single time there seems to be some kind of opportunity for him to try and get a PR spin, a new interview with Gary Neville pops up for him to try and affect things. And we see it all the time, and we aren't fooled by it. It's been so far like the huge decisions, the big decisions. And when they first came in, I said they'll need a grace period in terms of we don't expect this team to fully function itself. But when the team is imploding in and of itself constantly, and there's new appointments here, and this guy's come in, and this guy's gone all of a sudden, the first people that were supposed to come in to take over Ineos, they're nowhere to be seen. Burrellsworth and Jean-Claude Blanc. Where are these brothers? These brothers don't exist no more. They got cut. These men don't exist no more. They all got replaced. So the buck stops at the man who initiated this from the first. Is Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and he has proven to be an absolute shit show so far, and I don't expect it to improve, unfortunately.
So who do you guys? Yeah, go ahead, say it.
Before you come in, but the shamelessness of Jason Wilcox to do a podcast here after we won 3 games in a row. Man, I swear down, man. He came in, he sat down, got a cup of tea, and told the whole world that we know what we're doing. We are on a good path right now. He talked about game model as well, by the way, that apparently now he doesn't believe in, and he's told him to fix it. So he was basically just, it was a lot of PR from
I'm telling you, talk is cheap, and these guys love to talk, bro. Honestly, what about Barada in 2028? Project 2028.
Yeah, we're gonna win the league now by 2028.
You know, he said as well. He goes, "We're comfortably finished. We're comfortably in 6th right now." He said something like that the other week as well. He said something about we're in 6th position. We're on target, guys. I said, "Come on, man. Look what we've become, man. Like this is not where it should be. Yeah, we're not title contenders. But come on, bro, man."
All right. So you guys are currently 6. Who do you guys think Sir Jim, as Abs used to call him, Mr. Sir? Who do you guys think?
Sir, bro? That's Jim, bro. His name is James Radcliffe, bro.
Abs
from here, bro. Why do I gotta call him Sir, bro? James,
Abs called him Sir.
Hey, you're in the UK now.
Yeah, right.
He's back in London. If he was in New York, you could call him Jimmy all he wants.
The reports are saying that Fletcher is now going to be the interim manager to the rest of the season.
No,
apparently,
no.
For Burnley.
For Burnley.
Just Burnley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't think they're going to interview people.
All right. If you were Sir Abs, Sir Saeed, Sir Elias, who would, for all of you guys, be the next man up? Let's start with Abs.
On an interim level or permanent level?
Permanent level. Whether after Burnley or
next... It's interim till the summer, and I'm not against any combination of or any one of Carrick, even McKenna, even Ollie coming back. I'm not against until the end of the season, but as long as it is restricted only to the end of the season. Yeah. And for me in the summer, yeah, come on, man. I love Ollie, but
I've got flashbacks.
I love Ollie. Ollie,
say what you want, brother. I'll run to Ollie right now, bro.
I know what you mean, but yo,
you're damn right. But and then in the summer, I don't care if there's a preseason. I don't care if there's an issue with longevity of how it might not fit straight in. I think Nagelsmann is a top-level coach. I still think he's a top-level coach. And if he isn't staying with Germany post-World Cup and he's interested with the opportunity, I would go for Julian Nagelsmann personally.
Fair. Said?
For me, obviously, interim until the end of the season. I think for me, if we can't rush, I don't think we can rush to a decision. So if it means, we get our best opportunity in the summer, which would be Glasner, De Zerbi, I think for me, I would add him in there. I would add Maresca in there. I would add Tuchel in there. But for me, my main guy is Xavi Hernandez.
Xavi Hernandez?
Yes. Because you know what it is, though? Xavi Hernandez. What are you laughing at? The guy that spoke to you in the Bernabeu. The guy that spoke to you in the Bernabeu.
The same Xavi Hernandez that Barcelona just run out.
Bro, you want a league title on your head top, huh? Don't forget about that.
Hey, Carlo tax, man. Carlo tax.
That's crazy, Carlo tax, by the way. The guy that's a great manager. But what I will say though is, at Barcelona, bro, them man are a circus over there, bro. They would sell their soul for some grass, bro. You know what I mean? On the football pitch, it's crazy over there in Barcelona.
God damn.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. For me, I want possession-based football. I want to see technical players thrive. I don't want to see this pace, power. I get the Premier League is that, but I just want to see the ability for Man United at Old Trafford, at football grounds, to be able to control the game, pass, move. And listen, we might not get that with this current team, and certain players will go. Hence why there's a reason why I'm for this. You know what I mean? But I just want to see entertaining football. I get it, we have to win, but I want to be entertained, guys. Come on, man.
What do you say? What do you say, Said? I'm in agreement with you, by the way. I completely agree with that the game style as well. But what do you say to Manchester United fans that will turn around and say, that's not the Manchester United way. We're not meant to be a passing team. We're meant to be a rock and roll, high energy, high octane team.
Brother, when the fan base sings, Ruben Amorim, we'll bring the glory days again. That's what I think. You cannot talk to me, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm being real with you guys. Do not talk to me when they're singing songs about glory days again. Brother, what's glory days again, bro?
But,
so I'm not hearing that, bro. There is no Man United DNA. We create a DNA. You hear that, guys? We create a DNA. Might not be from Ineos, but we create one.
But Said, you mentioned. I want a manager that can bring good football, bro. That's that last season of Xavi Hernandez. It wasn't good football.
There was a lot of problems, man. There was a lot of problems behind the scenes. Was it Jan Laporta?
It was a tumultuous time at Barcelona.
Can I say this about Xavi? Xavi, I think Xavi, realistically, for what was expected in the context provided, I think he did a pretty good job at Barca. Obviously, Hansi Flick is a much better coach than him, and he's elevated the project. Yes. But I think Xavi did a good job at Barca, given like the financial situation they were in. Messi had left the club a few years prior. Like who did he take over from Koeman? They were a mess under Koeman.
Yeah.
He stabilized the ship. He won the league title. That's a good season. I look at Xavi though a bit like Oli, like in terms of Barca is his club. So I think him going to Barca, I don't know if he can go and replicate that other places. Barca, he knows the club. He's respected at the club. He knows the academy. He probably knows most of the academy players. I just find it's like a match made in heaven. For me, it's similar to Oli. Oli has gone to other places after Man United, and it hasn't worked out whatsoever, but he did find some success at Man United. Now, does that mean Xavi can come to United and find some success? I don't know. Xavi, for me, is a bit of an unknown certainty outside of Barca, which is why I would probably stay away. Abs, I'm probably with you, man. I think Carrick, interim manager till the summer. I think personally they're going to go after Tuchel again because if you remember when Radcliffe first took over the club and Ten Hag was at the helm, Tuchel was his favorite guy, him and De Zerbi, and Tuchel actually rejected the job because he had just left Bayern and he said, I want to take some time away from the sport, which he did. I don't think England are going to win the World Cup, meaning that I think he'll probably leave the England national team job after the World Cup. He'll become available, and I'm sure they're going to go after him. The question for you guys, though, that you have to ask yourselves is, will managers of Tuchel's caliber and pedigree want to come to a club like Man United and work under the constraints of being just a head coach? Because you're looking at it with Chelsea. We have a very similar model in terms of how our coach is going to operate under this ownership as Clear Lake. And you saw Enzo Maresca, I think, eventually got frustrated. And he's not even close to the level of Tuchel and Pep and these guys. But even him, he felt that he deserved more responsibility and he wanted to do more. Amorim obviously wanted to as well, too. But will top managers like Tuchel accept just being here? No say in transfers, real, like to a certain extent, no real power over the club except for coaching the team on a weekend. Will they accept coming there for this kind of role, or will they want to be the manager of the football club?
The short, realistic answer is no, they don't want to be, and there is no evidence to suggest that even after a period of time. Obviously, Ineos is still in the infancy years of them being in control of the club, but there's no evidence to suggest that after a while, this coach, if they're doing well and successful, they get more an influence and more power. So no, I don't think they will be bringing in a top level coach that requires that is deserving of the level of the Manchester United job, which means we're going to be stuck in this same kind of issue that Chelsea are stuck in right now, where they are going with a young project manager who's a bit of a yes man. And I do think it is unacceptable for Manchester United Football Club to be in that situation. But I don't like, from the evidence that we have seen so far, why would any of these managers that have huge resumes and huge CVs at big top level clubs and our top level coaches come in under these constraints, regardless of whether Manchester United is an attractive job or not? I don't see the reality in it.
One thing we have to avoid though is young managers, man. I'm sorry, man. These guys are
You wanted Xavi.
No, but Xavi's got experience though, and Xavi is.
He's coached in Qatar, man.
No, but the thing is though, Xavi has got a bit of know-how though. He's been at a big club. I'm talking about experience and been at a big club as well. At least Xavi has one of them. But I'm sorry, I don't want managers who come into this kind of world of football and think, because you've got a UEFA badge and you've just almost done well at a certain club in sporting, you could come here to our football club and talk about style. You can talk about idea, and you can talk about being so stubborn, bro. You have to adapt. I want managers that can adapt. And these young managers now, for some reason, it's a theme in football, by the way, guys, is that they're so kind of like stuck on their idea, bro, that they don't want to change. I'm like, you're young. Like, you should change right now. You should learn. You should grow. This is a period where you should have that moment, say, you know what, man? Learn, grow, and then you can get better for it. Yeah. But they're doing the opposite.
On the flip side, though, Saeed, the most successful project manager of the last 6 or 7 years is Mikel Arteta, and he was a relative novice in terms of he had never even gotten a job. Now, Arteta, people will compare him to Amorim in terms of always started poorly, but I think Arteta showed a lot more in his early days than Amorim. But I think that's what Man United need to find, man. They need to. I don't personally mind a young manager as long as the manager that comes in is really steadfast and like he's a leader, and you can tell he's able to. And those are special people. Like, we joke about Arteta all the time not winning trophies, but he is a special manager, and I think that has been apparent. The way he has changed the culture of the club in that period is ridiculous. So I think that's where Man United need to go. But the problem is those coaches don't just grow on trees, man. Those are one of one.
That's insane.
What do you guys think? Let's say Tuchel, let's say you want a Xavi. Do you guys think with the same players that you have currently?
We have good players, man. We have good players.
No. Demonstration service cool.
You dropped the mic, you dropped the mic and cut.
Demonstration service.
What it was? Cam was knocking on the door. He couldn't get in, so I was like, hold on. I was gonna keep talking, and he kept knocking. I was like, let me let him in. Yeah.
So let's say with Tuchel, with Xavi, you want a Xavi, or with Ole coming in next summer as Abs is wishing for. Do you think with the players that you have?
I said no.
I'm joking. Nagelsmann. Do you think with the current players that you have, that's enough to get top 4? Because I'm gonna be real. I think, wallahi, as crazy as it sounds, your players are good. Your players are good enough.
Crazy. We've all been saying that.
Obviously, our players
not for fourth,
bro. Even with this manager who's effectively handicapped, bro. We're damn near top 5, bro. I mean, what you're telling me? You bring in someone with a better win ratio of more wins than losses. We're not gonna get closer, bro. Honestly, people are going to be in for a rude awakening when they actually see how much better we are without this guy. Ruben Amorim was actively holding back a lot of these players. This system, this stupid system that he swore by, did not improve or benefit anybody on this team. And it's going to hit a lot of people in the face when they clock, oh, wait, Mbemo looks way better when he's not having to receive the ball between the lines like Kaka, because that's not his game. Oh, wait, Bruno's going to look a lot better when he's not being asked to receive the ball off his center backs, because get this, he's not Makaleli. And Mainu is not a player who forgot how to play football just because he can't play in this kamikaze system. A lot of people are going to be woken up when they see we do have quality, bro. I'm not saying we got enough quality to win the league. We're not on Arsenal's level. We're not on City's level. But we're better than what we've been served up over the last 12 months. And I'll tell you what,
though, if we'd have beaten the teams that we've spoken with, we would be far off Man City. I know it sounds crazy, but we wouldn't have been. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
but
why.
Saeed, we're 19 games of the season now, bro. If we were going to do it, we would have done it already. Time has gone now to say if we won this game or we won that.
I know.
Games, the league is what it is.
Yeah,
I completely agree. But I think the point Saeed is making is that any other competent coach,
yes,
was in
that's my
charge
point. Yeah,
in those
Okay, I
games,
agree.
And we would have had that point, and our position in the table would look extremely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem with United. When you look at them this season, the stats don't lie, right? Like when they have less than 50% possession, they pick up more points than when they have more. So that's why they struggle against these small teams. They can't give the ball.
But even that was crazy to think that. The arguments were like,
this is our show now. Shush, man.
relax, man. You know what I mean?
It is the red room, man. It is the SDS red room, man. Chill out, man.
Yeah, man. What I'm saying is though, it's all these things like like we have more possession, we'll win. That was another thing that happened under Ruben Amorim. Like, brother, just win the game, bro. But you know what though? We can't win if we don't have this possession, or we can't win if we don't do this. There's so many things for the manager.
You know, all that proved to me is this guy cannot take a game to an opposition with his coaching. And that is proved to me that he was actively anti-man. Like he was working against us. He was fighting against us.
Saeed,
Was the biggest positive for any coach that was coming up against Man United is that Ruben Amorim was in Man United's dugout.
Bro, no, for real. Saeed, you said one thing that I keep saying, right? For all this talk about the system and the formation and the substitutions that he makes like for like, the center backs, the academy, Kobe Mainu, all of these points that people keep talking about with Amorim. The cold hard fact, and this is true of every manager, none of that would have been as highlighted or as talked about if he just won more games, bro.
I know.
Mm-hmm. All of that becomes more of an issue when you're not winning. No one's going to give a shit about the academy, rightly or wrongly, if you're winning games. Because then you can say, my method is working. He never won enough games. That is ultimately the biggest problem with Ruben Amorim's tenure at Man United. Not enough wins.
By the way, Ben Jacobs just tweeted about 2 hours ago. Man United are planning to appoint a permanent manager in the summer. So they're going to continue with Darren Fletcher to the rest of the season. What is all of your predictions now for the rest of the season with Darren Fletcher in charge for the next 5 months? Are you guys getting top 4? Is European football the target? What's the plan?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
the top 4. Wait. Why not? Why was that?
This is a top 5 team.
Do you think Darren Fletcher can get you to top 5?
I don't. I've seen a few tweets, Faisal. I know you said that one. I've seen a few tweets saying they're going to look for a permanent interim. Yeah, they're going to look for an interim manager for the rest of the season. So
I'm looking at Ben Jacobs' tweet update. Man United plan to appoint a permanent manager in the summer and interim until the end of the season.
Yeah, man, wake up, man, Faisal, man.
Until a plan in place. He quote tweeted his own tweet.
Yeah, Faisal and reading. That's a historic rivalry, right?
Yeah, man.
Come on, man. That's a historic rivalry.
He was more emergency meetings. I get it. He was more emergency meetings. Get her out. Get him out.
Voices in the air.
By the way, Liverpool aren't to be scared of. By the way, I'm not scared of this Liverpool team.
No, Liverpool.
Chill.
No, let me be real though.
You're getting too excited, man. You're getting too excited.
They ain't scared of us either, bro.
I'm not saying they're scared of them, but I don't understand why Liverpool are not can't catch them. We can't take advantage, bro. They're struggling to Leeds and Fulham.
We are too.
I know we are, but now we have changed something. They haven't. They're stuck with Arne Slot. They're gonna continue to stick with Arne Slot. We now are gonna have. Listen, you know me. I don't rate Bruno Fernandes, but we are gonna play Bruno Fernandes in a 10 now. We're gonna play Ahmad now, maybe right wing. We are gonna now platform our players in a better position. Therefore, we'll win more games. And I'm looking at
We said when Ten Hag left the club, hey, things are gonna get better. We're gonna.
Yeah, but you just say it though. The guy was.
Don't get caught in a cycle, Saeed. Don't get caught in a cycle.
I'm happy Amorim is gone today, but I'm not gonna get carried away, bro.
No, I'm not.
Jamal, chill, bro.
No, but you're not hearing what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say to you guys is the idea of us fearing Liverpool that they're flipping going for a title race. Come on, man, they're not.
Nah, they're not the same. Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Yeah, we can.
But there's no doubt this squad has enough quality in it. If platformed well, this squad has enough quality in it for it to finish in the top 4. And the fact that we're even in and around it with a sniff just shows how poor the Premier League's been this season, and the fact that this team can do well. And there is quality and individual brilliance. There's a lot of times throughout the season where after a game, I'm looking back and I'm analyzing, I'm saying, sorry, guys, I can't give much credit to the coach here. This is a moment of individual brilliance that got us through this game. And with the recruitment that they've had in the summer, now that this manager is gone, you platform someone like Cunha, well, you platform someone like Mbomo and Sesko, well, potentially we get a better ring out of some of these players.
To round off, what is your prediction to the end of the season now? Are you guys getting top 4 or no? Honest predictions.
Difficult to say.
No ambitious stuff.
Yeah, but without knowing the interim, it is tough to say. But if
Darren Fletcher stays to the end of the season, he plays his 3 sons, 4 sons, 5 sons.
If Fletcher's coach, we're probably
Fletcher, I'm not sure.
6 in the FA Cup. Alhamdulillah, I'll take that.
Okay, what Carrick? Okay, whoa, FA Cup.
Yeah,
what do you mean FA Cup? We win in the final 2 years in the last 3. What do you mean? We actually are.
Saeed, ma'a salama, bro. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure.
You can't do that to Jamal.
Dude, Jamal. You know I can get to London in 2 hours. You know that. You know I got the address for the studio. Meet me in Wembley now.
He said, "I'll meet me in the parking lot."
Meet me there, bro.
Yeah, respect your elders.
Say, chill, yeah, or I'll call that woman again, fam. Hey. But so what? Honest predictions, yeah? Darren Fletcher stays. You guys are saying top 6.
Yeah, I don't know. Fletcher has no experience of coaching at
bro.
At least Carrick has been a first-team manager. I would feel more comfortable if Michael Carrick was the interim.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what you guys do though is this. If I know this sounds crazy, yeah, but it's also win-win. Yeah, if it means Ineos leave the football club, yeah, and
they ain't leaving shit, man. They ain't
no,
leaving
no. Let me hear me out. If United finish top 10, yeah, and they are poor, and that will be 15th, 8th, and 10th, yeah, and Ineos leave as a result, that's a win-win. If we get top 5, top 6 with Carrick or whoever's in charge, then it's a win-win. I'm looking at it. I'm watching both sides. If we fail, this is our use to go and get our Ineos. And
why would Ineos leave if we finish top 10?
Because that means it's an embarrassment, and then therefore they haven't got no money. They always right now have no money.
Year, brother. They're still here.
They don't have no money there. They don't have no money. I don't know if you've heard about the money situation, but they are broke right now. They've gone into the credit again. We've maxed out the credit card, guys. So they are in severe debt. They're not looking to sort out the debt. So for me, when I look at it, we finished top 6, wonderful. Top 5, wonderful.
But Said, why pocket watching though?
Because, brother, we need money. What do you mean? We need to spend money to get this squad back up running. We need a left back. We need a left winger now. By the way, we need a left winger, guys. You man do better do your scouting. Don't worry. Rash will be back, man. Rash will be back. Nah, man. Run that guy, man.
I'm interested to see what happens. I think Rashford was a club decision, not Amorim. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, man. Let him stay there, bro. He's happy there now, man. He's got sangria relaxing, man.
He will stay there. Barca's not gonna do the thing, bro. Barca's not gonna pay 30 million.
You can't play on the left. I was asking for questions, bro.
He could if we had an actual good left back.
How much for Rodrigo?
How much for Rodrigo?
Yo, Saeed is fueling himself.
Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for tuning into this SDS Extra. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Saeed, say sorry.
How much?
Huh? It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you soon with another episode. Peace.
Fucking hell, man.
Bro, stop the recording then, Ak.